Hi, everyone. My name is Maria Russo, and I'm the manager of the Avid Community Association, which is also referred to as the ACA. I'm here today on behalf of the ACA to conduct an interview with some members from the Boston Arts Academy. First, I want to share a little bit about the ACA. We're a diverse group of Avid customers and users who collaborate to drive the development and ongoing improvement of Avid creative tools and solutions for the media and entertainment industry. The ACA is overseen by its executive board, who's committed to modeling diversity, equity, and inclusion by providing an environment that's accessible to all, which includes underrepresented communities and individuals. One of the ways that the board does this is through offering the Avid Learning Collective sponsorship. As I previously mentioned, we're here today with the Boston Arts Academy, who is one of the recipients of Avid's Learning Collective sponsorship. So since 2021, Avid has funded sponsorships for 6 education programs that promote accessibility, a diversity of voices and perspectives, and the inclusion of underrepresented individuals in media today. Selected organizations, such as the Boston Arts Academy, are awarded 3 years of sponsored membership in the Avid Learning Partner Program, which includes software licenses, subscriptions, staff training, certification, and course materials for students. And here with us today, we have Ann Clark, who's the head of school for the Boston Arts Academy, who's going to further discuss the program with us. Hi, Ann.
Hi, Maria. We're thrilled to be here. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, we're thrilled to have you here. Thanks for being here. So I'm going to ask you a few questions, and I want to start off by having you tell me some more about the Boston Arts Academy and what makes it special.
Thank you. Boston Arts Academy is Boston's only public high school for the visual and performing arts, and we provide access to a full college preparatory academic program, as well as a competitive arts program for our students who are residents of the city of Boston and reflect the diversity of that great city.
Awesome. I did not know that. So next, can you speak more about the mission and vision of the Boston Arts Academy and also the music program?
The vision of Boston Arts Academy is to provide pathways to college and career. In particular, pathways to college and career may be performance-based, but many of those pathways may also be production-based or behind the scenes or arts administration and so on. Our goal is to help our students use their talents to connect to their education in high school, but also to connect to what could be a really exciting future for them. And the music department is an excellent case in point. Our students come in to Boston Arts Academy electing to do a longer school day where they do a full academic program and then 2 to 3 hours of music instruction a day. It could be in vocal performance, instrumental performance, or in music technology, which is what we're focusing on with the Avid partnership.
Awesome. And then what about the type of students that you work with? Can you give a little bit more insight into that?
Well, our students are all residents of the city of Boston. And as I said earlier, they reflect the diversity of the city. Over 90% are students of color, over 60% are low income, and they come to us through a passion in the arts, dance, theater, visual art, or as we're discussing specifically today, music, through an academic blind audition. So what they have in common is a passion for their art, maybe some prior experience, maybe some formal training, often not. And then academically, they come from a variety of programs. Some of them have very strong academic backgrounds before coming to our program, and some of them do not have a strong academic program. They just come to us because they want to use that passion for the arts to connect to the other areas of their education. And our goal is to help them use their strengths in the arts, in this case, music, to find the way that they can be successful in all areas as a student. And as I said, to find potential college and career programs that would help them live the life that they desire and deserve beyond their experience in high school.
Well, this is a fantastic opportunity that you guys are offering. So let's talk a little bit about the Boston Arts Academy and the Avid Learning Collective. Can you speak about how the Avid Learning Collective has helped your program and its students?
One of the most amazing things about the Avid Learning Collective is the incredible investment and passion our partners of Avid have for our students. Everyone we've met at Avid, from Jeff Rosica, who's been here several times and is very involved with our program, to every single employee, trainer, partner that we've met through Avid, is really invested in our mission and helping our students really, as I said, achieve the life they desire and deserve. And so having access to industry quality, current technology gives our students the message that they really belong in this field, that they are not outside of this opportunity, that they could be the next Avid professionals, because you are providing our students exactly the tools they need to prepare and to produce today. It's empowering, it's exciting, and the students come away from the programs that we do with Avid really feeling like they are part of the current music, education, entertainment conversation. And that's the value.
That's very exciting to hear, and we're absolutely thrilled to be partnering with you guys in this way. What about Avid certifications for your students? What's the value there?
So as part of our program as a public school, we need to show that our career programming results in certification. So in some ways, the value is that it helps us certify our programs with the State Department of Education, for example. But for our students, certifications are currency. Certifications show potential college programs or potential employers that our students have exact industry standard skills. So students walking away with Avid certifications shows them and anyone they might partner with or work with that they are exactly the kind of people that need to be in this field, and they are exactly the kind of talented future that we want to support. And so for the kids, it's meant something tangible, something real that they could then translate into a college acceptance or a job.
Fantastic. So we've been talking a lot about the future for students, and that makes me, wonder what's ahead. What does the future look like for the Boston Arts Academy and its music program?
I've been very fortunate, Maria, to have been at Boston Arts Academy for all 25 years of its existence. So I've seen Boston Arts Academy grow from literally just an idea to a full program with 500 students and state-of-the-art programming, including Avid programming, 25 years later. And I'm thrilled to say that the future of Boston Arts Academy is brighter than ever. With the kinds of corporate partnerships, deep investments like we're getting from partners like Avid, as well as the amazing equipment and technology that partners like Avid have made possible for our students, we intend to expand and to provide more opportunities than we can even imagine today in the future. In particular, the music program is growing in its ability to prepare students for multimedia entertainment production careers because of partnerships like Avid. And I can't wait to see where that's going to go in the future.
Yeah, neither can we. And, it's exciting to be a part of that and come along with you. So, like I said, we're thrilled to be partnering with you guys. The last question I want to ask is, what inspires you to work in this field?
Oof, that's a big question. The answer is always the kids. You could walk the halls at Boston Arts Academy, you would see amazingly talented young people. And as I mentioned earlier, I have one of the great benefits of having been here for 25 years, and I know many of our graduates who've gone on to be professionals. And I remember them when they were 16 years old. They're just like the students that we have today. They are excited, invested, talented, and they're just looking for that opportunity. And these kinds of partnerships really make their futures brighter.
Sounds like a really happy and motivating place to be at work every day.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks again, Anne. It was great to learn more about this fantastic organization coming directly from its head of school. So we appreciate being able to chat with you.
Thank you, Maria. We appreciate Avid so much.
Thank you. All right. Next, I would like to introduce Greg Holt, who's the co-chair of the Boston Arts Academy Music Department. He's going to give us a little more insight into the music program at BAA.
Hi, Maria.
Hi, Greg. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thanks for letting me be here.
Of course. Thank you for taking the time to join us today. So let's learn a little bit more about the music program for the Boston Arts Academy. Tell us about what you do for the school and its music program.
I've been with the Boston Arts Academy for 23 years, and the music department has always been invested in helping our students grow to the greatest of their potential. As Anne mentioned before, we are academically blind, so we get students with varying degrees of experience in their chosen field, and in our case, music. But they all share a passion and they all share an interest in doing as well as they possibly can. And we are committed to helping them achieve that goal as well as they possibly can. Over the years, I've started as an instrumental teacher, and I still remain an instrumental teacher, but I've also developed more of a presence in music technology. I was the person involved in installing the school's first recording studio and also in the first music technology lab, and I've seen the music technology lab and the studio grow through several iterations as they're trying to keep up with modern trends. So part of my job has changed into helping students embrace music technology and embrace ways that they can see themselves in this new world. Because as a longtime musician, I have seen that the field of music is changing immensely over the years. And I'm seeing that technology, in any case of any musician, is an important part, whether it be just representing themselves on the internet or getting heavily involved in using music technology tools like Pro Tools to really create and develop their musical skills.
Awesome. All right. So the Avid Learning Collective provides certifications for 2 teachers per year. Have you already received your Avid certification?
I did. I had a week-long class a year ago and was pleased to pass the tests and receive my level 1 certification for Pro Tools.
Pleased to hear that as well. So how did the Avid Learning Collective help you train your students?
Well, it helped me train my students by helping to train me. And what it did was it allowed me to access a systematic and well-paced manner in how to teach, in this case, Pro Tools. Many times when we learn software, we do it in a manner where we use it, and then when we need to know something else, we delve into the manuals or online to find out more. But in this case, the course helped me to learn how to systematically teach Pro Tools in a manner that was very accessible to my students, and it helped them to be able to understand it and also get the depth of knowledge that you get from careful study as opposed to just grabbing some software and trying to use it.
What has your experience been with teaching Avid Pro Tools?
I have been teaching Pro Tools now for over 10 years, and my experience has been, first of all, that students are universally accepted to learn, that all of our students know all about the software, they know all about the hardware, they are very, very excited. It is not a difficult job indeed. If anything, I like to mention that, especially in our music technology lab, I generally have to kick kids out of the room at the end of the day because otherwise they wouldn't go home. So in this case, my students are very excited to learn. They're very excited to embrace it. As Anne was mentioning, we have this wonderful partnership with Avid that has given us so many wonderful tools and software. And our recording studio is based on a very nice level of Pro Tools. And our students are very excited to get in here and to get to use this equipment. And I am fully committed to making sure that these seats in these rooms are used by students. This technology, this wonderful world is there for their benefit and for their exposure, and I'm committed to making sure that they are there for it.
Yeah, like I said before, it sounds like a really inspiring and motivating place. You have students that don't even want to leave their lessons, so that's fantastic. And then is there Pro Tools in the room there behind you? Is that what I see?
Oh yes, we have a very wonderful, I can't see where my camera is, but we have a Matrix Studio interface, which is a wonderful piece of equipment that allows us to be able to access all of the aspects of the software and also to act as a center point for our building. We may not have mentioned it, but we are in a brand new facility here in the city of Boston that was built with this purpose in mind, an art school purpose in mind. And so it is very well equipped. And the equipment that Avid gave us, we have an S4 console here, we have a Matrix Studio in back. This allows us to really be able to access not only the software, but the building as well. It's very exciting.
Yeah, it is. It is. Thank you, Greg, so much for sharing your experience as an instructor at the Boston Arts Academy, and how being a part of the Avid Learning Collective has benefited you. Next up, we're going to hear from a current student of the Boston Arts Academy who's very dedicated to music production. Here is Bronny White.
My name is Javal White, aka Bronny. I'm in the 12th grade and I major in the MEP, Media Entertainment Production. I've been part of the program for about a year now, and I mainly just like producing beats, beats that I hear, that you hear out in the social, through social media or whatever. And I sample things that I hear and I just make beats. That's what I do as an interest and as a hobby. I mean, usually I'm just listening to things. Like, I'm usually listening to like anything at the moment, and that could be like, oh, that's a good sample that could be turned into a different genre of music or so. And then from then on, I would load up a sample, or I would put the sample onto the programs I use, Pro Tools. First figure out like the BPM, match everything up, and then chop it up into like certain sections where I could use it into like as a melody, a sample as a melody, even if I need to change the pitch or so. My experience with MEP has been really interesting. Like, not only do I get to like work on beats and stuff like that, I'm also learning on how to like set up microphones, or how microphones even work, or how to set up a mixer, which is really good for the future if I need to if I want to use it for setting up my own, like if I'm in a studio or so. Kind of learning how to engineer, or even learning how to set up a stage or so for sound, which could work as a job or so, or as a side hustle for anyone. The main things I want to learn in the future is I want to learn on how to it sound like EQ mainly, like my beats. That's the main thing for me. What sounds like, if something sounds really muddy or disgusting, learn how to use EQ to make it sound more clear, or learn how to just engineer better, or just learn how to engineer more and be able to record myself if I'm let's say rapping on a beat that I made, or if I'm just someone else is rapping on the beat, or they're even featuring. I want to learn how to engineer better. And then my goals is my top goal is just be able to become an entrepreneur / artist who I want to be able to live off of my art that I do.
Thank you, Bronny, for sharing your story. Lastly, I would like to share with you a message from Boston Arts Academy graduate Dominic Glod, who went to Berkeley on a full ride. He's a music production and engineering major who's been teaching and is also appearing in the new movie about Whitney Houston. He's one of the musicians in her band. Here is Dominic.
Hello, this is Dominic Glod, and I graduated from the Music Technology program at Boston Arts Academy in 2018. In this program, I learned how to do things such as create podcasts, record, produce, and mix music, and we also learned how to make Foley effects and a soundtrack for film. I had an amazing experience under direction of Gregory Holt while learning about how to do all of these things involving music technology, and I learned how to use Pro Tools during that time as well. All of these skills applied to my application when I went to Berklee College of Music, and they are all still connected to what I'm doing today. I was fortunate enough to graduate from Berklee College of Music in 2022 with a full scholarship where I dual majored in music, production, engineering, and music business management with a minor in commercial record production. I'm super blessed to have been able to take on the skills I learned in high school, to apply them to college, and now my current jobs. Right now, I am an audio engineer, producer, entrepreneur, and music teacher. And I also go around spreading art and singing songs with people all around my community. I was inspired to do music from my family because both of my parents are musicians, as well as my brother, and everybody in my immediate family went to Berklee College of Music. I believe that the biggest thing I want to do as far as my dreams is build Diggity Dom Entertainment, LLC, up to where I can have a space for all creatives to connect and work and collaborate together. It's all about building that masterpiece. My biggest achievement to this day is definitely having my business featured by the Celtics. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Dominic, for sharing your achievements and experiences. To close out the conversation, I'm going to welcome back Head of School for the Boston Arts Academy, Ann Clark, and Co-Chair of the Music Department, Greg Holt. Hello again to you both.
Hi, Maria.
So in follow-up, do you have any words that you can share with future aspiring music creators and the next generation?
I would love to tell them, do not fear, but embrace technology. It is your friend. It's a way of getting out there and to spread your message around the world and to really, really open new doors. I think that is something that's really important. Don't ever set limits on yourself. Always reach for the moon, and don't be afraid to reach out for help as well too, because one of the things I love about the BAA is working with students who are engaged and eager and actively involved in this and looking for guidance and for help. And I'm very happy to be here for that.
That's great advice, Greg. And what does it mean to you to be a part of the Avid Learning Collective, and what's the biggest impact it's had on your organization?
Well, those of us who started Boston Arts Academy had a dream that we were going to create a school that was going to ensure that the next generation of artists reflect the diversity of our city, of our state, of our great country. And this kind of partnership helps us make that dream come true. Our goal is to create programs where students have access to exactly the high quality professional training that will get them exactly where they want to go. And we want our students to come into school and think, my future is not something that's far away, something I can't access. It's something that's right here today, and I'm doing something right now that prepares me for where I want to be and who I want to be as an artist. And this partnership has meant the world to us because our students come into that studio, they come into Greg's class, and they see that they have exactly all the same equipment that the professional artists that they work with are using. And I have to say, actually, the professional artists who've come in and done master classes with us have kind of been amazed at the setup that students have here and have said, oh my gosh, if I had this when I was 16 years old, imagine where I would be. So I want everyone who's watching this podcast to think, imagine where these students who have this kind of access, this kind of technology when they're 16 years old, imagine where they're going to go. That's what this partnership means to us.
And that's just incredible. And I've said it already, but it means so much to us as well. And everything about your program is fantastic. And this is exactly the kind of program that we want to partner with and to work with. It's completely in line with the mission of this program and what we're trying to do. So it's a perfect fit. Before we sign off here, and while you have this audience on social, I just want to ask if there's any specific promotions that you want to make to for the Boston Arts Academy.
Well, I'd like to close by encouraging everyone to check out our social media and our website. We have many exciting productions and performances coming up that you can see, and you can catch a rising star, someone who's 16 years old today, but will be the next exciting artist of the future. And we are always interested in having the community join us either in person or through any of our virtual productions. I also want to close out by giving one more incredibly heartfelt thank you to the entire Avid team, and specifically Jeff Rosica, who, first of all, the idea that as the principal of a public high school, I know Jeff personally, that he's been to our school several times and has been personally invested in our program and made sure that our students have everything they need to be the professionals of tomorrow. And his leadership and his vision has just been shown through every aspect of the program and every person we've connected with at Avid. You guys make Avid feel like you belong to our students, and that they have a place with you. And I can't thank you enough for that.
Thank you so much for the kind words. That's so awesome to hear. And I will pass along the message as well. So, and like endless thanks back to both of you as well. Thank you, for partnering with us, for making this opportunity possible. And thank you for taking the time to be here today and share more about your program and what you do. And we look forward to, collaborating more with you all in the future.
Absolutely. It's been our pleasure.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks again. And to our viewers, the Avid Learning Collective sponsorship collects applications every December. If you're a not-for-profit organization whose education programs promote accessibility, diversity, and the inclusion of underrepresented individuals in media, stay tuned on the Avid social media channels for announcements. We hope to get many more applications in 2024, and we look forward to learning more about the diverse programs that are out there. I want to thank everybody for joining our stream today. Take care, and we hope to see you again here sometime soon.